Hey everybody, this is Alex Merced, and this is a recording for Ask a Libertarian. And if you don't like the Ask a Libertarian Facebook page already, please do. It's a pretty awesome Facebook page. Now, a question that I got was explain the differences between a state where there's major party status for the Libertarian Party versus one that isn't, and sort of the ballot access issue in general. So, here it goes. Bottom line is this. A major issue for a third party, or really any party, is ballot access. Because the idea is people can't vote for your candidates if they're not on the ballot. You can have a write-in, but bottom line is the harder it is for people to vote for you, the less likely they're going to vote for you. So you want to do everything you can to make it easy for them to vote for you. So that means, one, being on the ballot, and two, running candidates for every spot on the ballot. Because most voters generally like to pick a line and they vote down the line. So they may pick whoever they like best at the top of the ticket and not necessarily follow every race below that. So that's why it's important to have a charismatic top of the ticket. Because a lot of times people will choose which line they vote down based on that. And if there isn't people in all the slots below that line, they still may not vote that line because of just the extra effort they would have to go to be switching parts of the ballot. It just is what it is. The harder it is for someone to do something, the less likely they're going to do it. So you got to make it as easy for people to vote for you. Now, each state has their own different rules regarding ballot access. And generally, if you don't have what's called major party status, which means your party can automatically get candidates on the ballot just by merely nominating them, then usually you have to collect a huge amount of petitions. And how many differs by state. Sometimes you have to collect a whole lot. For example, right now I'm running for New York City Comptroller, and I have to collect, it's 3725. Okay, apologize for the sirens in the background. I live in Brooklyn, so there's always a lot of random sounds in the background. But bottom line is 50 doesn't sound like much, but it can be challenging if you've ever gone out there and actually petitioned for signatures. When I ran for U.S. Senate in 2016, the statutory limit was 15,000, but we collected 30,000 because the second issue you have to worry about is petition challenges, where other candidates from other parties challenge your petition signatures, saying that the people collecting the petition signatures weren't valid, the petition signatures themselves weren't valid, citing all sorts of different problems. So not having major party status means you have all these hurdles you have to jump through. And a lot of times it is hard to collect that number of signatures purely on volunteers. So then the party ends up having to spend several thousands and thousands of dollars to get on the ballot. Money that could be used to pay for social media advertising, paying for marketing materials, paying for putting together events, actual reaching out to voters. So while with petitioning you do reach out to voters, it's not the same thing as an actual campaign event where you're constructing communications and you're trying to persuade people and engage with people. It's quite sort of a different game. And then also the other problem is generally the media won't talk to you until they know for sure you're on the ballot. So like, for example, here in New York again, since I'm from New York, they always set up the petitioning period for candidates who don't have major party status after those of the major parties. So then what happens is that you're not officially into the ballot till very close to the actual election. So the media's not even talking to you till that point. And all the other major party major party candidates have already gone on the ballot. They're already talking to the media. They're already several steps ahead. So these are the kind of challenges that you have as a candidate running for office. So that's why it's so important to get ballot access, where we have ballot access in most states. And states like New York, we're hopefully going to get ballot access in 2018, and other states are working towards that ballot access. And that's why it's important to donate to your local Libertarian Party chapter, so that way they can spend the money they need to get candidates on the ballot and organize for those times when ballot access is on the line. Because oftentimes it's on the line for a particular election. Some states it's based on how many people are registered. So it's important to figure out what the ballot access rules are in your state and help your local party really kind of overcome those issues, because then you can run more candidates, and more candidates make it easier for people to vote for the party. Also means you have more advocates running around being a face for the party, talking to people, and building a visibility for the party. So my name is Alex Merced, and this has been a video for Ask a Libertarian. Have a great day and enjoy.